Hi, good morning. It's another Monday on the Josephine Ogenekere show, and we're still on the multiplication series. All right, so last week we talked about the fact that when you multiply anything by zero, we get nothing. So, in all our efforts to make sure that we multiply things, whether it's things in our family, our business, or ministry, we must understand the fact that everything starts by making a move. All right, by having an idea in your head, you bring it to life by putting it down in black and white. And of course, by taking those things that you put in black and white and explaining it to certain people so they run with it. And by the time you and your team runs with it, then multiplication can take place. So today I talked about the fact that I tried to multiply things and I came to the point where they actually got multiplied, but then there was a diminishing. So we'll talk about how I arrived at the diminishing. I want to use the illustration of the parable of the sower. So it says that a farmer went out to sow seeds, and by the time he went on the way, he sowed some seeds along the way, and the birds came and they ate it up. So let's pause and talk about that. A lot of times, the ideas that we have, the business ideas, the fantastic innovations, the things that we come up with, we come to a point in our lives where we actually throw them along the way. And guess what? Birds come and eat it up. What that means is that I had a fantastic idea, and then I went along the way, and I just allowed the seeds just go. Now, because those seeds were not placed on proper ground, what happened? They actually got eaten up by birds. Now, this is what that signifies. A lot of times, there are some people that come into your life, into your space, into your ministry, into your business, and they come as a result of our negligence, as a result of our inability to look at things and then do things properly. What happens is that our ideas gets lost to those kind of people. So those kind of people is what I will qualify or what I'll call birds. Now, it's not their fault. What happened was the fact that we took our ideas and we tossed it out to the wrong people. And so those wrong people took the ideas and they propagated it, and then they became known and they grew and they actually multiplied their own stuff on our seed. So it's wisdom that makes you know the right people to bring into your space. If you do not have the right people, the chances are that whatever you are trying to multiply would always diminish. It will be eaten up. So, first things first, who is your teammate? Who are the people that work with you and work for you? It's important to know who exactly they are. Now, there are a lot of times when we want to recruit, it's okay to actually call, the professionals to help us do recruiting. But there are times that we must needs go back and do some of those processes ourselves. All right. So, another thing to note is that there are times when we actually do have the right people. But because of the fact that they are not able to process the information that is given to them, they actually utilize the information to their detriment and, of course, to the detriment of the business. So you have someone that has a 10 capacity, and we put a hundred a hundred, let's say, kilogram on a 10 kilogram capacity. What happens is that that person will naturally crash. So there are certain people that have not been trained. So that's where training and development comes in. So you recruit the right people, you bring them into your space, you train them, you develop them. Whatever you do, it's obvious that the right people that will get the jobs done are the people that you invest in. So you want to try to multiply anything, find people that you can invest in. Invest your time, invest your money, invest everything you need to invest. And trust me, everything will work well. So that was a major mistake. So the things I multiplied actually got eaten up by birds. So that's the story I said I was going to tell you today. I hope you learned from that. Then we go to the next set of um process for multiplication. Now, you have your product and it's perfect. Then the parable, it talks about seeds that were sown among thorns. Okay, so these are not necessarily people. These are basically systems, processes, and of course, structures. So, whatever it is that you do, you must have the right system, the right process, the right structure. When you have this, then you can multiply whatever seeds that you are sowing. You can grow your business. You can make sure everything about your business grows. Now, every business must have a system, every ministry must have a system. What's the system? Is basically how people get things done. But before the system, there must be a structure. Structure puts everything in place. It puts people in place, it puts processes in place, it puts system in place. So you have a structure. A structure is like a foundation that you build. A lot of times we think that we don't need someone to help us do that, but I found out that I need people to help me do that. So I'm not a professional in all of that. So I have a strategist that helps me see things from a professional point of view. So it's okay to hire a strategist to be able to walk through the structure. So by the time he walks you through the structure, he's also able to walk you through the processes and of course through the system. So that's basically it. So if you don't have systems, structures, and processes, it will just be like you sowed seeds among thorns. Then we have the one that was sown among stony grounds. Of course, this has to do with unproductivity. So it's the seeds actually came up fast. Okay, so how do I explain this particular kind of seeds sown on stony grounds? It's the kind of seeds where we begin the process of marketing. Okay, now marketing, you must understand the fact that not everybody needs your product. Not everybody will patronize you. Not every customer is your customer. So you must pick a niche for yourself and find out who your customers are. When you pick a niche, you find out who your customers are. You now begin to show them the products through digital marketing, through traditional marketing, and every kind of marketing. The chances are that one day, when the person needs that product or when a friend needs the product, they know who to call. As a result of the fact that you've put your product in their faces. So you're not putting your products everywhere. If you put your products everywhere, you will not sell, you will not multiply. But you find a particular set of people that you know will patronize you, go to where they are. And when you go to where they are, guess what? You'll find them. So when I started my business, I knew that I couldn't do it on my own. I knew I needed groups to function optimally. So I got myself on those groups and I was able to function optimally there. I put up my posts and in no time, I just started to see people call me directly to say, I saw your post, I need this solution and that solution. You cannot be an island. So it's okay for you to take your seed and sow it not on stony grounds, not where you would not get a multiplication. Finally, we have the seeds that were sown on good ground. Now, the process of sowing seeds on good ground is all of those processes I've mentioned all together. So, first things first, hire the right staff, train the staff, make sure they see the vision. Secondly, do not go to try to be a blessing to everybody or go to try to put your products out to everybody. You have a selected set of customers. Find your niche and sell your products to your niche, to people in your niche. Finally, you don't go through the process of building or multiplying anything without systems, structures, and processes. Those things are quite important. I said you would need a strategist to help you go through the process if you intend to multiply. And finally, by the time you're done with all of this, everything is a gradual process. So remember, 100% multiplication did not arrive. The farmer did not arrive at 100% multiplication. He first of all went through the 30-fold. So he multiplied whatever he had and he got 30. At some point, the 30 grew to 60 and the 60 grew to 100. Sometimes it can take you 10 years to get the kind of figure you want in terms of multiplication. Sometimes it can take you 5 years, a year, a month, or even a week, depending on what you're trying to accomplish. If you're trying to accomplish something great, trust me, it's going to need time. Everything we do in life needs time. An egg, the difference between an egg that is boiled and an egg that is raw is basically time. So you put it in a pot, put it through a process, and at the end of the day, that particular egg becomes different. All right. So that will be all for today on the multiplication series. I can't wait to see you next Monday as I go to the next level of explaining multiplication. Thank you very much. It's still me, Josephine Ogenekere Ogufere. I say God bless you. I can't wait to see you next week.